Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, talking about female monsters in this video. We run them, we love them, and they've always been pretty easy on the eyes. While they've never quite worked together perfectly to form a competitive archetype, sorry Amazonish, you don't count, there's no reason we can't put them all together and make one dynamite list. Just for reference in this video, I've decided to exclude any monsters whose genders are generally questioned by the Yu-Gi-Oh community, so unfortunately that does eliminate Effect Veiler and Archlord Christia, and monsters who display images of females but aren't actually females themselves. That eliminates all Trap Trick monsters. Lastly, the female has to be on an actual monster card, so sorry to the hot chick on the forbidden quick play spells, but that kind of eliminates you too. Without further ado, this is the top 10 female monsters of all time, the Yu-Gi-Oh hierarchy. Number 10, Dark Magician Girl. If you thought that I was going to leave out one of the most iconic female monsters the game has ever seen, you were sadly mistaken. DMG was probably the first premium purely collection card, as when the card first was released in Magician's Force, despite being fairly mediocre, it often fetched a price of over $50, making it easily the most expensive card in the set, and that's actually saying something considering Magician's Force also had Tribe Infecting Virus, Magical Scientist, and Breaker the Magical Warrior. This card has seen 3 completely different iterations, and its popularity has easily surpassed the original. Number 9, Magician of Faith, one of the original powerhouses in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sure, she's been power creeped to death, but that doesn't diminish her place in the game's history. Magician of Faith is still widely recognized as the best legal spell recursion card that we have out, and yeah, she's largely a product of her environment, but past and present, in the right format, she can do a lot of damage. Number 8, Injection Fairy Lily. So this was the card that proved once and for all that big things could come in small packages. On the surface, you get a wimpy 400 attack that seemingly wouldn't get over much, but then you look a little bit closer and you realize that for a small life point payment, she'll get up to 3400 and stomp just about any monster in the game in the freaking dust. Back during the Legacy of Darkness days, this made Lily a huge threat to end games quickly if she ever got any shot at your life points. A truly scary card indeed. Number 7, DD Warrior Lady, simple removal at its finest. DD Warrior Lady was pretty much the first card that let you have your cake and eat it too, letting a player decide when and where they wanted to trigger the effect. Highly searchable and able to deal with big and small problem monsters alike, her ability to be used offensively and defensively are what keep her relevant even in the game today. Number 6, High Priestess of Prophecy. Sometimes I feel like she's the only thing holding this archetype together, despite the fact that they were at their best when they didn't even use her. High Priestess is one of the easiest to summon high functioning boss monsters you could ask for. She has excellent stats, a nice inherent removal effect, and I mean the artwork is also pretty awesome if I don't say so myself. Number 5, Madolche Queen Tiramisu. Tiramisu is one of those cards that first looks pretty good and then you dig a little deeper and you're like, holy shit, that's good. I only needed 3 words to justify not only her existence on this list, but also her placement. She doesn't target, a tool that has proven invaluable for Madolches and one of the reasons why they're still relevant today. Her ability to cycle spells and monsters back into the deck sometimes goes unnoticed by the masses, but any good Madolche player will tell you that being able to trigger your spells while spinning your opponent's cards, well, I mean, that's as good as it gets. Number 4, Lightsworns. Basically all of them. Lumina, Lila, Celestia, Erin, Phalis, Minerva, Shire, and Jane. I think I got all of them. So if you were ever looking for a highly competitive archetype made entirely of women, this is pretty much as close as you're going to get to it in this game. There may be a couple of guys and random wolf type thingies here and there, but let's be real about this. The bitches run the show. This is basically Yu-Gi-Oh's version of Black Lagoon. It's a bunch of powerful chicks who aren't afraid to kick some ass. Back row and monster removal, beat stick ability, monster revival, they've got pretty much everything covered. Number 3, Witch of the Black Forest. Easily the greatest search card ever created. Not only does Witch search most of what Sangan does, but then you can also add incredible cards like Dark Arm Dragon, All the Monarchs, Artifact Muratek, Trap Trick Murmilio, Stratos, Tribe Infecting Virus, Thunder King Ryo. Okay, I think you get the point. This has led to Witch being on the forbidden list in both the TCG and OCG over a decade. It's one of the longest standing cards on the list. Number 2, El Shaddoll Winda and Construct. I feel like we should sort of rename these like the new delinquent duo or something. Both are extremely powerful, but yet in completely different ways. Construct is obviously the offensive juggernaut, not only having 2800 attack, but being able to destroy any special summon monster by simply crashing into it, while Winda is the one that limits and constricts everything your opponent holds dear to them, mainly just the ability to special summon multiple times in a turn, and her built-in resistance to all monster destruction makes her, well, a bitch to deal with. Couple that with the fact that both of these broads will pay for themselves the second that they hit the graveyard, and it's kind of easy to see why the archetype nearly took over the game after it hit the ground running. Honorable mentions include Gemini Elves, Harpy Chandler, Titanio Princess of Camillus, and Madolche Queen. And finally, number 1, Tour Guide from the Underworld. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best utility cards the game has ever known. It's an auto +1 on summon, it's an instant exceed maker, and this is all built into a crush card target. Like, I still can't believe the fact that she's dark. Tour Guide not only single-handedly got another card banned, Sangan, but she was easily the largest reason that the entire mechanic of Xing was a smashing success. Whether it was her $100 price, Xing, Sangan getting banned, Burning Abyss having a huge impact on the game, you can't even quantify Tour Guide's impact through one single action. So do you agree with my list? What amazing female monsters did I leave out? Leave that in the comment section below. Thank you for watching as always.
Subscribing makes life happy.